we're back. This is going to be the third module. The third module is on the solar plexus chakra. This is right behind the belly button in the center of the gut, also known as the dantian in Eastern philosophies. This particular chakra center governs things like your stomach, your liver, your gallbladder, your pancreas, your adrenals. As a nurse, when I hear those words, I know immediately that we're going into the great digestive system. So, a lot of times, if you're having any kind of digestive issues, it's going to be around this chakra center. And the solar plexus is the seat of personal power. So, we have a lot of issues with this chakra in our culture too, mainly because of even what we talked about in the D frequency. This is the E frequency, but what we talked about having the power stripped as children and not being able to really feel powerful in any way, feeling wrong all the time, feeling like we're not following the rules correctly, feeling like we have to one up everybody else in order to be valuable in any way. You know, even if you come in third, you're not the winner. And you could have come in third out of 50, but you're not the winner. And so we have a lot of that kind of stuff that strips us of our power very young in life. So we are constantly trying to get that back. And this energy center takes some really hard knocks in that respect. Some of the things that happen for us emotionally, this chakra center really revolves around relationships, our beliefs, being unsure of ourselves, not having faith in ourselves, feeling weak, not feeling like we're strong or we're not enough. These are all issues that happen when this chakra center gets out of alignment, out of energy, or even excessive. We can still have a lot of the same effects. Typically, when a person has issues with this chakra center, they'll be really clingy in relationships. It's like, first they'll put everyone before them, everyone else will be put first, so their needs and what they want will, suffer, so to speak, or they'll get ill because they're not caring for themselves and they're putting all their energy into somebody else, and they'll just sell themselves out left and right. They'll say what people want to hear rather than what they need or want themselves. There's a lot of self-sabotaging that happens with this chakra center. If you find that in your life you have a repetitive pattern where you really want something and you'll get it or get so close to it, and then you'll do something or something will happen to you to pull it out from underneath of you, to strip you of it. This is self-sabotaging, and it's not conscious. You're not doing it on purpose, and you just don't have bad luck. That's not what this is about. But these are those hidden patterns that are embedded in the unconscious that are driving your process every day. And most of the time we don't see the patterns because they're a pattern. They're not conscious. They're just a response. They're a reaction to what's happening in our world based on what we were taught or what we believe or what was embedded in us before the age of 6. You see, the mind is a really interesting thing. Between like utero and 5 or 6, we work both brain sides together. And this is where we say children are fantasizing or seeing things that we don't see, or make believe. That's when both sides of the brain are working together. The inside information is as real as this hardcore physical stuff outside. Okay, we take that from the child slowly but surely, because we teach them what is real in our world and what they need to believe in. Okay, but when we do that, we begin to strip them of what they know as the oneness, as everything. By the time we're about 5 or 6 years old, something happens. We have the shift. We go one side dominant in the brain. So we either become right brain or left brain. These are, the really detailed, analytical people and the kind of artistic, unique people. That's usually how we will kind of look at them. But when that happens, the subconscious kind of closes the door and then uses all the information before then to guide us, to keep us safe in our world every day. So what's happening is it's information that drives us, but it's not information that is necessarily conscious. It rarely is, actually. Studies show us that anywhere between 85 and 90% of our day is driven by the subconscious, and that we're really only conscious, 5 to 15%. So what can we do? What can we do to bring this chakra back into harmonic resonance so that we can stand in our power in a loving, powerful way that is going to be of service for the highest good? So we're going to begin with some of the tools now. We're going to start with the color yellow. The solar plexus power center is the color yellow. The frequency of that color, or the note, is E, the frequency of E. Okay, so if you listen to songs or mantra or chant or sing in the key of E, this is going to be very, very empowering for that center solar plexus chakra. Also, the altar. If you create the altar with things that are reflective of that E frequency, yellow scarves, stones, yellow leaves, anything that, emblems that are empowering for you. Speaking of emblems, I'm going to show you an emblem that I have here. This is the emblem that I was given when I was healing myself, and I was given one for each chakra. So the shape of the solar plexus is a circle. Now, I didn't share this in the root and sacral, but I will now, that the root is square, the sacral is a triangle, and the solar plexus is a circle, and the color yellow. This is the emblem that I was given in my own treatments that I would meditate on. And each of these meditative spaces also included mantras or affirmations. And like, I stand in my personal power. I feel energetic and vibrant. There were certain things that I put on these emblems, and it was embedded in the color coding of the emblems when I meditated on them to help me to strengthen and kind of magnify the power of my personal power center, because this is one that I had issues with. My power was stripped at a very young age too, and like many of us in the United States, I was struggling to get a balance there. Some other things that you can do: watching funny movies. It's interesting that laughter is really powerful for this energy center. Think about little children. I mean, everything is fun to them. The world is a game. They enjoy it all. They're in that space of wonder all the time. What happens when we have laughter is that our immune system gets a boost, okay? And that boost in our immune system causes every cell in our body to kind of lighten up. If it's a new cell that's just being created, it'll have a higher frequency, a more powerful frequency. Your immune system will kick in and cause all of these healing responses in your body to support the cellular regeneration and the maintenance of those cells and everything in the homeostasis process in your body. So that's a powerful one. The laughter thing is a really powerful one. Changing up your routine. Okay, something else that happens in our culture that is part of our power stripping is that we try to create a routine that we feel safe in. We drive to work the same way every day. We listen to the same music. We watch the same shows every night. We get repetitive eating patterns. Studies show us that the average American eats a total of 7 different things. It's crazy with all the food that we have in our world. I can't even hardly believe that. But this is the sort of thing that happens when we think that we need a safe zone for our survival. Then we create these repetitive patterns. Change up the pattern. Drive to work a different way every day this next week. Try that. Eat with your silverware in the opposite hand. Or try to brush your teeth with the opposite hand. That's a good one too. Or your hair. Just try to change up your environment in any way that you can. other powerful things for this energy center is rock climbing, hiking, strong hiking. All of these things kind of like feed that energy center and will help it come back into resonance. So if you're having any of the issues that we spoke about in this module, then you're going to want to use those tools to begin to bring yourself back into alignment. And of course, if you have any questions, please contact me. Take your time, be patient and loving with yourself. Absorb and use these tools. Bring them, even if it's just for 2 to 5 minutes every day. If you need these tools for this energy center, make a commitment to yourself to do that daily. And then I'll meet you back here in just a few for the 4th module, which is going to be on the heart chakra, another powerful center in our energy system. I'll see you then.